Hi everyone, so welcome to my channel. Today will be a pick a card reading out of these 4 piles. It's gonna be a reading for this week, maybe what you should know, messages from the universe, or whatever you believe in, higher power, higher self, light. Anyways, these messages are for the greatest and highest good. Okay, so without further ado, let's begin. Oh, a disclaimer is that remember, tarot and oracle cards are not set in stone, so they can always change. But again, these are just like guidance cards or like telling you what may happen this week. So this is pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. Go ahead and close your eyes, take 3 deep breaths, and pick the one that calls out to you the most. Okay, so once you do that, go down to the comment section below or down below in the details and pick the group that you chose. The timestamps will be below. Hi, group number 1. Alright, so let's begin. For this week, let's start with your tarot cards. You have the Fool, Wheel of Fortune, 9 of Swords, and Daughter of Swords. So let's start off here first. So this one is talking about, like, this is your characteristic. I believe you're this keen, observant type of person. And because you're so observant, sometimes you overanalyze things, which can be a problem. So this is describing the type of person you are. Maybe it could be this week or just in general, like really that's how you are. So this describes you. Okay, this week it's like new beginnings and change. So as you can see for Wheel of Fortune, that's a good sign usually, but it represents like changing your path course, your destiny. The Fool, okay, so like the picture, there's this baby bird and he or she is about to take flight, right? So of course you're gonna be falling, right? But you keep going. You just keep going because it's part of the experience. So this week is really about new beginnings, just like for this little baby bird, okay? But just trust in the process. People may see you as the fool, but don't even trip about it because this is your week. Whatever you have in mind, just go for it. It's new beginnings. This one, 9 of Swords, as depicted here, it's kind of like slaughtering your inner demons or kind of vanquishing the darkness, and you're doing your shadow work. So really, this week has the energy of change. Okay, change for the tarot cards. Okay, so the next card is the soul card, what your soul wants you to know, or your higher self. Okay, it's the Star Keeper. Cosmic ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. So what this is saying is that because you're entering into this phase of new beginnings and a change in your course and destiny, right? This is saying in order to continue growing, you have to stay grounded. This card is also about spiritual awakening. So you may have awakening symptoms, such as like a vibrating third eye, or your chakras are buzzing, meaning that it's being opened or whatnot. So you can just search that up. You are here to grow. All right, so for the last card, it's a love card, something that you should focus on. So act as if your partner is already here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. So let's start off first with single people. What it's saying is, like when you manifest things, act as if your partner is here, like it's already happening. Envision yourself in that perfect relationship that you've been dreaming for. just picture it and live as if you are in that relationship with that special someone. And it will just be drawn to you. So this is a good time for practicing the manifestation, law of attraction, so on and so forth for single people. Now, for people that are taken, this is just telling you that you should focus on the relationship and just try not to forget about your partner's feelings and what they're going through. So being more considerate towards them. Just trust in the process. Trust that everything is going to work out. Don't even trip about finding that other special person. They will come to you. Just practice the law of attraction and manifest them, and they will just be attracted to you. So this is for you, group 1. I hope you like the reading, and I will see you next week. Hello, group number 2. I'm sorry if the field of vision or the perspective of the camera changed. Again, I'm not using a tripod, so it kind of fell, my setup. So long story short, I had to readjust it. But nevertheless, the messages are still the same. So, hi, group number 2. Let's start with your tarot cards. Okay, you have 10 of Pentacles. The 10th one is inside. It's just really tiny. Yeah. You have the Justice card. Oh, sorry. Judgment card. And Daughter of Wands. So your next card is your higher purpose card, or what your soul wants you to know, and it's surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. So I think you're so busy with the career and finances that you might forget the little things. Don't forget about the little things. That's what makes it so important. So this can be things like maybe you are kind of neglecting a special someone or a family member, but it's trying to say surrender to that feminine energy, because that's what this card is. It's very feminine energy. So everybody has masculine and feminine energy, right? So just be a little bit more tender and sweet and loving to invite that financial abundance. Okay, and the last card is something that you can focus on pertaining to love. Okay, so it's true love. This love is once in a lifetime. Okay, so let's break it down. So first, let's start with people that are in a relationship. So what this is to basically nurture that relationship that you have with your significant other. And yes, it's good to have good intentions, but in a relationship, that's not all that's required. It needs more, So you need to foster that relationship, build that foundation for that relationship. Now, for people that are single, what this could potentially be saying is maybe this week you're gonna find your true love in a literal sense, right? So, yay! When love presents its opportunity to you during this time period, just be open to receiving that love. You never know what can develop if you're just open to love, right? It doesn't hurt. Also, one more thing about this is that make sure that you're not changing yourself to meet your partner's needs. True love is really about just being fully yourself, and your partner too. So just accepting each other for who you guys truly are, all the faults, everything. Whatever standards you have, just keep your standards towards that partner of yours that you're looking for or are potentially seeing right now. Yeah, just don't change for them. Just be you. Alright, group 2, so that concludes your reading. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you next week. Hello, group number 3. Welcome. So let's begin with the messages for the week for you. I'll start with the tarot. You have Daughter of Pentacles, Son of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Star. So what I'm sensing is that you have a complex personality, or you could also be a Gemini, because of these two cards. They're almost, it's just complex, you know? So this one's a card of dedication, loyalty. You're stubborn and persistent to a fault. This card describes you as someone who is patient, supportive, respective of other people. And with both of these cards, you are very close to 1 to 2 friends, but you have a very tight circle of friends. So since these two cards describe you, the Hierophant, is describing you right now as you are seeking knowledge right now, or like a mentor. Now is a good opportunity to start like a new class or training, learn something new. So it's about this thirst for knowledge. And if you are already in some kind of class or some kind of, you know, something that you're learning about, now is that time to deepen that practice. For the Star, it's representing hope. So right now you have a lot of hope. I think it's relating to the knowledge that you're trying to receive and, you know, gain. So you're very hopeful right now. So this week is about learning new things and being hopeful. Okay, so for the next card, we have We the Hathors, Deep Love, Mother's Milk, Birth as Portal. So this one is basically saying that it's time to reconnect to Mother Nature, or to Mother, so to speak. Basically, this card is saying, how can you open yourself more to love and to Mother Nature, femininity? How do you surrender to that? Also, by surrendering, you can have that creation energy. Just be open to receiving that love, that divine love from Mother Nature or from the light. Okay, and our last card is Miracles and Blessings. Everything has its gift. So right now, this week, there's a lot of miracles and blessings that are happening right now as we speak, and continuing on and on. If there isn't, or it seems like there isn't, you have to take a step back and actually really look around. Miracles and blessings really are around you all the time. I mean, it can be even from the simplest thing, such as when you step outside and the sun hits you. That is free energy, free warmth, and also vitamin D activation in the body. So that itself is a miracle and blessing, you know. It's a miracle that happens every day. So don't forget to count your blessings, no matter how small they are, how big they are. You are definitely receiving miracles and blessings, and if you're not seeing it, I invite you to really take a step back, you know, and change your perspective. What are some of the things that you are receiving right now? Right? So just be open to that, and just be open to receiving these blessings and miracles. So there's more to come this week, so look out for that. I also had another urge to pull for you for another tarot card for you, group 3, just because this spread was kind of confusing for me. Right, there's this complex personality, and then how you're seeking for knowledge, and you're very hopeful for it, right? So I pulled another card, and so as you can see in this card, Ten of Swords, it doesn't look so good. So right now, it makes a lot more sense why everything else showed up. So it turns out you are actually at rock bottom right now. You have such a low part, you're in a low part of your life right now, currently, and that is why you're seeking that knowledge, and that's why you're so complex, like who you are. You're just so complex, right? It's possibly because, yeah, you hit rock bottom, but this week, since you are in that position, you are hopeful. And right, again, that's why you're trying to gain that knowledge, deeper understanding. Maybe it's with yourself. Oh yeah, so and this one too, it's talking about nature too. So really connect with nature this week. Maybe that's where you're going to find your miracles and blessings as well. All right, group 3. So those are the messages for you this week. So to sum it up, stay hopeful, try to gain more knowledge in whatever way you can, connect with nature, and also don't forget to see all the blessings and miracles around you. Okay? Hope you have a great week, group 3, and see you next week. Hi, group 4. Welcome. So let's begin. These are the messages from the universe for you this week. Okay, you have Ace of Wands, Son of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and one of the cards just flew out when I was dealing them, the Hanged Man. Okay, so the Son of Swords describes the type of person you are, maybe. This is someone who is forceful, determined, very highly educated, or if not, just someone intelligent, right? So you have this driving force, and you're just determined to finish or get to a goal right away. So that's describing you. Now, for this week, it's a lot. Okay, so you have this high energy this week, and you're trying to use that energy to make decisions for your creativity and to make a good judgment. So, important thing this week, don't rush into that judgment. Okay, so for Ace of Pentacles, you are trying to set a good foundation. You're setting that, planting the seed, and then it's gonna grow. So Pentacles is, monetary or like usually earthly financial things. So you're trying to set a good foundation for yourself right now in career. This one, Two of Pentacles, this represents balance and change. This can also mean that you're going to get a new job, a new financial situation, or even perhaps a new move. So whatever the change is, just be open to accepting that change, and it's for the better. Like this butterfly, there is two pentacles, one on each side, and it is trying to balance it upon the delicate wings. So that is what you're trying to do right now. You're just trying to balance throughout this change, and it could be difficult, but just be open to it. That's number one key point for this. And lastly, the Hanged Man, it's saying that you might have to do some letting go or do some kind of sacrifice this week. What is it that you're resisting, and what are you struggling through with? Whatever it is, again, it's just be open to that change, like this card. Find the stillness for the Hanged Man. Find that stillness, open your eyes, and find a new perspective. Learn something new. Because like this, you're stuck either way. You're just in one place. So it's advising you this week to look at the new perspective. Don't resist change. Be open to it. Alright, so the next card is your higher purpose, or what your soul wants you to know. Starbathing. Light body crystal grid transmission, and activation. So this card may be talking about you going through some kind of spiritual awakening or activation. Maybe you're going to be learning to work with the star grid. Maybe you're going to become more spiritual this week. Whatever the case is, you're being guided by the stars, the light, the source. So just be open to that. Be open to that guidance. This card also represents a change in vibration, your light body. So it can also indicate for you that you might be traveling this week. Alright, sorry, group number 4, my phone died. So sorry for the lighting. I recorded this later on. Okay, your last card is have patience, which really does match with everything, all the change, how you have to be still. You're balancing the new change. You have this new force energy. And you're like so determined, right? But just like earlier, like what I said, don't rush into that decision. So have that patience. Love is patient and kind always. So whether that means, if like, if you're kind of slow at something or learning something, maybe just be kinder to yourself, so it's not gonna hurt if you slow down. It can mean that, but also just, again, embrace the changes. One more thing to add is that for patience, everything happens at the right time. Whether or not you believe it or not, it does, just because there's always a positive outcome, even though it may not seem like it. The positive outcome is the lesson for you. It allows you to grow. Alright, group number 4, so that is your reading. Thank you for being with me today, and again, sorry for the technical difficulties, but I hope you have a lovely week, and I hope to see you all next week. Alright, so everyone, that concludes all of the readings for all the groups. Hopefully the readings ring true to you by the end of the week. And also, feel free to leave some feedback and comments. I know I can definitely improve, and I will improve for sure. Yeah, so again, sorry for the technical difficulties and all the changing in transitions in the video. I'm trying to learn all of this video editing stuff, so I'm really new to this. Don't be so harsh. So anyways, I hope you all have a fantastic week, and namaste, much love, and happiness. Bye!